30 trips around the Kokomo Speedway because race fans, this is what you saved your lunch money for. To the green here on the final night of Indiana Midget Week. Ooh, we've got them upside down to start things off over turn number 1. Red light's going to come on. Guarini upside down entering turn number 1 as chaos starting towards the front of the field and everybody getting jumbled up from there. Third time. See if there's some charm to it here. Off of turn number 4, we go back to green. Drake Edwards going to take off of the lead here on the restart. Got a couple of them up on the bike over in turns 3 and 4. They're setting it back down as they come around. The 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑨𝑳𝑬, number 83, going to lead. Kel Drake running in second. Pursley running in third. Kevin Thomas Jr., Jacob Boxell shuffle back to 5th here in the opening laps, trying to fight back on that inside. As Edwards holds on to the top spot. Kel Drake still right there in the hunt, though, as they work into turns 3 and 4. Takes her wide, brings her down to the middle on the exit. Turn number 4, can't quite get there. The 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑨𝑳𝑬, number 83, holds on to the top spot for the time being. Kel Drake once again onto the back straightaway. This time, much better run. He's going to lead it into turn number 3. Can he hold it at a turn number 4? Slams the cushion hard through turns 3 and 4. That upsets the car. Drake Edwards races right back by. Make that 7 in, 23 to go, excuse me. Drake Edwards trying to hold on to the race lead. Kel Drake once again charging outside. Exit turn number 2. Last time slammed the cushion in 3 and 4. That cost him. He's going to go to the outside. Tiptoes around it. It's the 83 still holding on to it, though. Drake Edwards, Kel Drake, the battle to watch on this one for the race lead. Onto the back straightaway. Kel Drake one more time with a good run. Charges to the outside of the 3rd and 4th turns. Edwards around the bottom this time. Tries to hold on to it. Has to wait on the car, but he holds on to it by 0.04 of a second. We got cars slowing over in turn number 4. Caution. Back underway, they're going to roll into turns 1 and 2, and again, Edwards off of the top that time. Got the car a little upset. Kel Drake going to work to his inside and look for the race lead. There's the slide. There's the top spot in hand. Around to the front straightaway. Got it. Kel Drake takes over in this one. Back to the inside goes Drake Edwards. Slides across the nose, and this time he's going to have it to the back straightaway. Little slice and little dice into the front of the field here. Little bounce on the bottom side by the 𝑰𝑵𝑗𝑡 entry. Can he hold on to it? He cannot. It'll be Drake Edwards back up to the race lead here. Back to the top through turns 1 and 2. That time he gets the car upset on the right side tires. Going to switch lines. He'll dive to the inside now. Both drivers work to the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Who's going to have the advantage around to the front straightaway? It will be the 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑗𝑡 over 83 by 0.06 of a second now. Short slides off into the back straightaway. Going to put some distance, only a couple of car lengths now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Smooth run onto the back straightaway, able to fend off the charge of Kel Drake. There's a drop to the deck over in turns 3 and 4. The 83, the 97, and the 14 all to the inside. The 67 working outside. Jacob Denny takes over the 3rd spot. Challenge for the lead once again. Here comes the 97K. He's going to work by now. The 83 with a bounce on the outside through turn number 2. Both drivers down to the bottom. The 𝑰𝑵𝑗𝑡 number 97 now going to take over in this one. Kel Drake leads the way. Remember, 4th or better clinches Midget Week title and a $15,000 check. He's trying to add $5,000 more to it here tonight. Brings it off at turn number 4. They are just past the midpoint. It is 16 in, 14 to go. Kel Drake off of the top now all the way to the bottom at both ends of the racetrack. Challenge for the 2nd position. Jacob Denny and Drake Edwards going to slice it up now. Denny going to turn it hard in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Back to the inside of the 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑗𝑡, number 83. At the line, it's going to be Denny. Added by 0.06. Now those two go at it once again over in turns 1 and 2. As they're doing that, that's allowing Kel Drake to get just a little bit of room to relax here as they work through turns 3 and 4. Man, Edwards up the racetrack right next to the JBL number 67. Reinbold, Breckenreese, Gavin Miller, that's your top 15. Look at the run to the back straightaway. Here comes Jacob Denny. Trailing by 0.5 second just a couple laps ago. Now he's right there in the back bumper of your leader. 6 to go. Challenge for the lead. Down to the inside rolls the 67. He's got plenty of room, and he's got it to the back straightaway. Leaves too much, though. Here comes Kel Drake back to his inside. Kel Drake charging back to see if he can retake the lead. Around to the front straightaway. New leader in this one is going to be Jacob Denny. 2 times a winner already this season. Winner here back during the Grand Prix. Picked up the win up at Paragon. Now trying to get his 3rd win of the season. In good position to do it. 4 to go. Drake Edwards in the meantime back into the mix. It's a 3-car battle at the front of this one. It'll be 3 to go this time, and they work up a turn number 4. Jacob Denny taking over in 67. Kel Drake in 2nd. Drake Edwards right there in his back bumper. To the outside goes the 67, to the bottom goes the 97, 83. Searching where they're not right now. Kevin Thomas Jr. a distant fourth with Cannon McIntosh running out your top 5. Twin flags displayed. We got 2 to go. Traffic right in front of your leaders. Does that become a factor in this one as they work onto the back straightaway? White flag going to fly this time. They're still under a blanket here as they work into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Cale Drake takes it back down to the bottom. Jacob Denny to the outside, going to charge onto the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is going to fly here at Kokomo, and it will be Jacob Denny in victory lane here tonight. Up top, race fans, let them hear it. Jacob Denny, your winner here tonight at Kokomo.
What a spectacular drive for Jacob Denny all the way up to the first spot on the podium. And Jacob, it seemed like hardly anybody even saw you coming. How much patience did it take to pick off one by one through the field?
At the beginning, I just had to go, and then at the end, I had to be patient, take my time, because I kept making mistakes. I felt like a completely different line than anybody else down there. So I had to be patient, take my time, and we were in the trunk tonight, so I knew I had to make something happen and get after it. So yeah. I'm super stoked to get it done from 17th. That's way back there. So I got to give Caleb, Grant, Tanner, they gave me a great piece, and thanks for sticking behind me, after my terrible qualifying. So I can't thank them guys enough.
Slowly but surely reeled in your teammate, Cale Drake. Once you saw that the lead was in sight, how precise did you have to be when you were deciding when to actually make that move?
I just knew I had to be right there on him to make it, because I kept sliding Drake down there, and he kept crossing me over, and I finally got around him, and then I knew if I was going to clear Kale, I had to really get across far and get back going again. So, yeah, great race. Yeah, got to thank Toyota, JBL, Keith Pete, Tanner, Grant, and Caleb again to give me a great piece.
Cale Drake comes home second on your podium and finishes things up by wrapping out a title for Indiana Midget Week. And Cale, we're going to start with the second place finish because, man, what a race. It looked like you had such a good plan for defending against Drake Edwards, but were you even prepared for Jacob Denny?
Yeah, I always have to be. I mean, I'm in the same race car as he is, so if I'm running up front, then we both should be running up front. We had the best race cars out there. Caleb Wyrick got us 1-2 right there, so that's super cool. Yeah, I mean, I was really, really good, just kind of being patient, and this track was super cowboy up, and I really didn't want to wear my equipment out knowing that we're racing for a championship and a points week championship. So when it comes down to that, you have to be smart and kind of keep your head on and not necessarily always go out for those wins. A win would have been nice tonight. I said earlier that I'm always chasing those wins, but at the end of the day, it pays $15,000 to win the championship and only $5,000 to win the A main. So I'll take a second to Jacob. He drove a really, really good race, and having to start deep back there, that he was a man on a mission for sure. But super grateful for this entire Keith Kunz Motorsports crew. Every single one of them plays a really big role in this, and without each and every one of them, none of this would be possible. Man, I'm excited for this year. It's still really, really early, and to have 5 podiums in a row is just super awesome. And I know we didn't get to race the whole midget week, but I think we'll take it. You can't really be too greedy here, and you got to take the little wins when you can.
First Indiana Midget Week title, which says a lot about the direction that your season is headed in. And even though it was sort of a shortened Indiana Midget Week, you still had to be so consistent every single day. And I was talking to Brian about this earlier. Would you say that having less races in the week leaves a little bit more room for error or a little bit less room for error when it comes to night in and night out?
Yeah, I mean, especially going into this last one, right? We only had 2 races in, and the points gap was really, really close. I think mathematically 17 people were able to win, which is probably one of the most ever. So you really have to buckle down and make sure you earn qualifying points, heat race points, and most of all finish out a really good feature at the end of the night.
How about it for Cale Drake? Second place tonight on your podium at Kokomo Speedway, but more so your 2025 Indiana Midget Week titleist, his first Speed Week title with a USAC National Series. Such a big moment.